Production. Hello everybody, I'm Jacqueline Bell, aka Jackie. I'm back with the other half of the first chapter for the Gotham Phantom. I do have to remind you that you could only find this book, aka fanfiction, I call them books anyway, under the Danny Phantom category, not under the crossover category with Justice League and Danny Phantom. The reason why I think they did this is because the crossover wasn't that explored and wanted to probably open up Danny Phantom fans to a new idea. Considering, I'm not going to spoil it. Anyway, let's continue with the second half of the chapter. I think it's halfway through. I just read until got to the max part of my video. I might still have to cut it off. Anyway, let's get on to it. Continue. The ever-cheerful speedster immediately points out, "Well, we were all curious. Come on, when did you ever leave the Watchtower or Gotham City without having a world-threatening incident in another part of the globe?" The rest of the League, who had to admit they were curious and worried, they did think something big was up. Lucky for them, that part of the city was deserted for the afternoon. Before their conversation could continue, there was a shout out, "Hey Bruce, are you still out there? I'm done packing." Before the teen could set his sight on the colorful costume bunch, they were gone. "So, you ready for Gotham?" Bruce asked the boy, careless as if nothing had happened. "Yep, I got everything. Hopefully you won't regret adopting me after this," Danny replied jokingly at Bruce, who smiled. "I highly doubt that. Come on." He opened the door of the black limo, gesturing Danny to get in first. I need to adjust myself here. Blah. While his back was turned, he took the chance to glance at the dark corner. His sharp ears could hear a stifled gasp before he followed the Haffa into the car. They were heading off to the airport, where he'll be taking his first flight to Gotham. If Sam or Jazz were there, he would probably have a clue on where exactly he was going. Tucker, well, they'd both probably be completely oblivious to the outside world and be engrossed in a video game available on the plane. Bruce had left him for a business meeting and left Danny, a 14-year-old, in a private jet to Gotham. He said he'd be back to meet up with him in Gotham. Oh well, that just means he could eat more not-so-healthy amount of junk food and video games. Somewhere outside the Earth atmosphere. "Geez, Bats, didn't know you were so lonely that you had to adopt more Robins and Batgirls." The red-suited hero whizzed around the room, not being able to hold his excitement in the meeting. "Bruce, I really have nothing to say, but we have to ask." "Why?" Superman was really starting to doubt his opinions of the Dark Knight. The darkly clad billionaire was frowning, deeper than usual. "I was hoping an old family friend, the Mansons. Did you hear about the accident in Texas?" "Yeah, it said it almost wiped out an entire family and 2 more kids." The winged redhead had frowned. "Was this kid involved in the explosion?" "One of those kids was the only heir to the Manson fortune, and the other one was a best friend of hers, and the family was her best friend's one. The only survivor of that incident was Daniel Fenton." "What does that have to do with you adopting a kid named Danny?" "Danny is Daniel Fenton. The Mansons and Foley's parents of the 2 kids assigned themselves as fosters and asked me to adopt him. The decision-making was manipulated by Alfred, so here I am, explaining myself to the League." Wow, that's actually really quick. Gotta say, this is part 2. Usually I would read as much as possible within a 15-minute time period, and then I'll finish the rest in another 15-minute time, within a 15-minute time period, as much as I can. Sorry if this is really short for you, but hey, what are you gonna do? I didn't exactly look at the glide bar. The glide bar showing here. I didn't stop at halfway. Usually I go into reading these aloud for like the first time, and if something really bad happens, such as I go blah, 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 or I need to go to a different room, I feel like that just wastes time. So, what do you think of this story so far? What do you think is going to happen? And what do you think is going to happen? If you want to read this in your own time, you'll find this on fanfiction.net. I'd go under the Danny Phantom category, under Adventure, or under Completed, and it's by WSS3. There's 33 chapters to this. Do you want me to continue with the story? Or do you want me to just go into another one? And it's all up to you, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, it's still going? Oh. I guess I missed the button. Okay. Now bye.